Yo, yo.
This is the story of how a simple idea about blocks and physics became the biggest gaming platform on the planet, leaving the revenues of Hollywood blockbusters in the dust with over 70 million people logging in to play every single day. More than the entire population of the United Kingdom. This is how Roblox literally conquered the world to become #1. Let's rewind, 1989. Think about what the world looked like back then. The internet as we know it wasn't yet in existence. If you were to play video games, you were probably playing Super Mario Bros. On your Nintendo. The idea of millions of people creating games together, that was pure fantasy. But together, two guys named David Baszucki and Eric Cassell were working on something special. They weren't trying to create the next big video game. They were trying to help students learn physics in a more fun way. Simple. They created a program called interactive physics. It was incredibly simple by today's standards, just a 2D program where you could make objects interact with each other. You could design two cars and watch them crash. You could build a house and then destroy it with a wrecking ball. You could create a Rube Goldberg machine with dominoes, balls, and levers all working together. The best part is that these wasn't about being a professional engineer or programmer. These were regular kids, teenagers, just messing around with a simple tool. But the creativity they displayed was wild. David, during these moments, realized that people, especially young people, have this incredible natural desire to create. They want to build things. They want to experiment. They want to share their creations with others and see what happens. And he thought, what if we could take this concept and explode it into something massive? Instead of 2D physics experiments, people could create their entire 3D worlds and share them with one another. 2004. David Baszucki and his co-founder Eric Cassell decided it was finally time to build the platform they'd been dreaming about. They started working on what would become Roblox today. The name itself was clever, a combination of robots and blocks. Simple, memorable, and it perfectly captured what the platform was about. Building with blocks, creating digital robots and characters. It just worked. But here's what made Roblox different from day one. David and Eric weren't building a game. They were building a platform for games. They were building a universe where anyone, and I mean anyone, could become a game creator. Something that had never even been thought of or imagined before. You didn't need to be a professional programmer who studied computer science at a fancy university. You didn't need expensive software that cost thousands of dollars. You didn't need a team of artists and designers. You just needed a computer, an internet connection, and most importantly, your imagination. They launched Roblox officially to the public in September 2006. In those early days, it was a very small game, just a few thousand players exploring a handful of simple games. The graphics were super basic, blocky characters, simple shapes, primary colors. If you looked at early Roblox, you might have laughed and thought it looked very silly. But that was exactly the point. The simplicity wasn't a limitation, it was a feature. Because when you make something simple, you make it accessible. You remove the barriers. You let creativity flow without getting too weighed down by complexity. Kids started joining, slowly at first, then faster. They started building. And here's a really cool fact among all these. You could finish playing a racing game and with one click, instantly teleport to a medieval castle someone else built. Then jump to a sci-fi space station. Then visit a virtual school, all with relative ease. The first popular game on Roblox was called Rocket Arena. It was exactly what it sounds like. Players with rocket launchers battling it out. Super simple. But players absolutely loved it. Not because it had cutting-edge graphics or complex gameplay mechanics, but because it was made by someone just like them. A regular person with an idea who brought it to life. That's when people started realizing what Roblox really was. It wasn't just a place to play games. It was a place where you could be a game creator yourself, where what you built could be played by people all around the world. Okay, so let's talk about why Roblox exploded while thousands of other gaming platforms failed in this same era. What made Roblox different? The answer comes down to one brilliant insight that David and Eric understood from the very beginning. The future of gaming isn't about one company spending millions of dollars to make one perfect game. The future is about giving millions of people the tools to make millions of games. Think about typical video games for a second. You buy a game, let's say it's an amazing game, one of the best ever made. You play it for 20, 30, maybe 50 hours. You beat the final boss. You see the ending credits roll. And then what happens? You're done. The experience is over. Now you wait, maybe for years, for another to come out. But Roblox completely flipped the whole situation. On Roblox, the experience never ends, ever. Because every single day, thousands of new games and experiences are being uploaded by creators. Thousands. If you get bored of one game, there are 10,000 others waiting for you to try. Racing games, adventure games, horror games, simulation games, puzzle games, and so on. Literally every genre you can imagine. And it's not just about quantity. The quality kept getting better too. As more people learned to create on Roblox, as they shared techniques and tools, the games became more sophisticated, more impressive, more fun. By 2010, Roblox had grown to about 8 million million registered users. That might sound like a lot, but in the gaming world, it was still relatively small. Minecraft was exploding. Call of Duty was dominating. World of Warcraft had millions of subscribers. But Roblox had something those games didn't have. Roblox had a secret weapon that would eventually make it unstoppable. That weapon was the creator economy. In 2013, Roblox introduced something called the Developer Exchange Program. Here's how it worked. If you created a popular game on Roblox and players spent Robux, the platform's virtual currency, in your game, you could exchange those Robux for real money, actual US dollars that you could deposit in your bank account. This changed everything. Suddenly, creating games on Roblox wasn't just a hobby. It was a potential career, a way to make real income. Teenagers who were good at creating started making more money than their parents. Some young developers were earning hundreds of thousands of dollars per year from their Roblox games. A few were even making millions. Now let's talk about how Roblox spread across the world. Literally, most American gaming companies in the 2010s focused on America and Europe, maybe Japan if they were thinking internationally. But Roblox had a much bigger vision from the start. They wanted to bring the entire world together through play and creation. They expanded aggressively to every corner of the planet. And they didn't just slap a translation on the interface and call it a day. They actually understood that kids everywhere, regardless of culture or language, share the same basic human desire to create, to play, and to connect with others. A kid in Mexico City could play with their best friend in Seoul, South Korea. Language barriers didn't really matter because the games themselves were universal. You don't need to speak the same language to understand that you're racing cars together or surviving a zombie apocalypse. By 2018, Roblox hit a massive milestone. 70 million monthly active users, and then came 2020. Roblox literally hit a gold mine. The year that changed everything, COVID-19. In March 2020, the world basically shut down. Schools closed, offices sent everyone home, playgrounds sat empty, kids couldn't visit their friends' houses. Everyone was isolated. Social distancing became the new normal. I mean, we can all remember our 2020 experience very well, but we are very social beings, and that's where Roblox showed their wisdom. It became a lifeline. While the physical world was isolated, the digital world of Roblox became the new meeting place. The platform absolutely exploded further during this time especially. The growth was unlike anything Roblox had ever seen. In 2019, Roblox had about 115 million monthly active users. By the end of 2020, that number had jumped to 164 million. That's an increase of almost 50 million users in 1 year. And it didn't stop there. By 2021, they hit over 200 million monthly active users. People were spending insane amounts of time on the platform too. It's not just about the numbers. But Roblox's success story isn't complete without talking about what I think is the most incredible part, the creator economy they built. Remember when we talked about the Developer Exchange Program? Well, by 2021, this had become something massive, something that was changing lives all around the world. In 2021 alone, Roblox paid out over $500 million to creators, $500 million going directly from Roblox to the bank accounts of developers, artists, designers, and creators who built experiences on the platform. By 2022, that number had grown to over $600 million. That's more money than most five-star Hollywood movie studios pay out to filmmakers in a year. Big brands even started showing up. And I'm not talking about small companies trying to get attention. I'm talking about the biggest brands in the world. Nike created Nikeland on Roblox in November 2021. It's a virtual space where you can play sports games, try on digital Nike shoes, and hang out with other players. Within the first 5 months, Nikeland had over 21 million visits. Gucci created the Gucci Garden experience. It was a virtual art installation where players could explore rooms inspired by Gucci's creative director. During the event, Gucci sold virtual bags that players could buy for their avatars. One digital Gucci bag sold for over 350,000 Robux, which was worth about $4,000 real dollars, a virtual bag, for more than the actual physical bag costs because it was rare and exclusive. Even the NFL got involved, creating NFL Tycoon where players could manage their own football teams. NASCAR created racing experiences. The possibilities seems endless, and the quality keeps getting better. Modern Roblox games have sophisticated graphics, complex gameplay systems, deep narratives, and production values that rival professional game studios. Roblox is really goated.